All right. Tonight I wanted to talk about branding yourself on Facebook, and I think it's such a great thing to think about because I think sometimes we get so caught up in just posting about our challenge groups and maybe posting about our workout, or you just kind of forget about just completely branding yourself from start to finish on Facebook. Um, so the first thing I want to ask you guys, and I have a lot of questions, kind of just thought-provoking questions to ask you. The first question is, how many of your followers on Facebook or your friends feel like they know you? Like if they walked up to you on the street, would they be like, hey, Kelly, how are you? Like, how's your son, Jace? Like, how's your family? Like, would they feel like they have an insight to your life that other people don't? And I have to tell you, I was home one day. I was at a museum in our hometown, and I had three different people come up to me and be like, "Are you Kelly?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, my friend so and so follows you," or "Oh, yeah, like I did your clean eating group," and they like came up to me and started talking to me like we were friends. And like that's what you want. You want people to feel like they know you, like they're friends with you. They have an insight to your life. So, when you're looking at your page, think about it. Do they know you? And I know sometimes that's hard on Facebook because maybe you don't want to share your whole life on Facebook, but you kind of got to get over it in this business. Like you need to put yourself out there. You need to be vulnerable and let people know who you are, because that's going to set you apart. You have the same information as every other Beachbody coach out there. So we all know what's on sale. We all know the programs work. We all know how great Shakeology is. But the way you present it is what's going to separate yourself from someone else. And not that, you have to sell a product better than the next person, but it's how you present yourself that's going to make people want to buy it from you. So that's kind of the mindset you want to have. The person you are on social media should mirror the person that people will meet. Like if you were talking to someone in the grocery store, or you were talking to your best friend, or you were talking to your husband, that's how you want to come across on Facebook or on any social media. So don't feel like you have to be someone different or be this super fit nutrition guru. Like don't fake it. Completely be yourself. The good, the bad, what your strengths, what you're learning, what you're struggling with, just share your life and be completely honest, and don't try to be someone that you're not, because especially your friends are going to see right through that. And over time, other people are going to see right through that because they're going to feel like it's not genuine, because if you're trying to fake it or be someone that you're not, people are going to see right through it. So you want people to get to know you. And the reason is then they're going to trust you. So if they feel like they know you, they feel like you're friends, they're going to trust you. So make friends and get to know people by connecting with them on Facebook. And I'll go over this a little bit more, but you want to, when you're connecting with them on Facebook, you want them to feel like you're their friend too. So that means that you need to be commenting on their pictures, and you need to be, if you see someone doing a new workout or someone posting a healthy recipe, like comment on it and be like, that's awesome. Like what a great meal. And maybe I'll have to share that with my group. Or, if someone posts about a new workout they're doing, like, motivate them, be like, that's so awesome. Like good for you for getting after it. And you want to do all of these things without the intention of selling to them. Like it really is about like making friends on Facebook. It sounds silly, but however you make friends in public, you want to do the same thing on Facebook. Like you want to make people feel special. And think about like when people, like I have this one girl I've only met in person once, and she always writes the kindest and sweetest things on my pictures. And I just like love her, and I've only met her one time. And you want to make people feel special like that. Like comment on their pictures, like tell them what a cute couple they are, how cute their kids are, really get to know people. So people are always looking for someone like you to motivate them. So you never think that there are too many Beachbody coaches out there. because there are so many people that need help. And the way I like to look at it is I have probably 5 or 6 coaches from my high school that have signed up under me. And for some people, you might think like, oh man, like why would you want to sign people from your same high school? That's just going to take away from your market and people are going to buy from them and not buy from you. But the way I look at it is people are going to relate to me differently than they're going to relate to some of my other coaches. And I might motivate someone differently than one of my other coaches will. So think about that for you. So don't ever think that you're not good enough, because someone out there is looking for someone just like you to motivate them. And you have something to offer that someone else doesn't. And you're different than someone else is. And you have something to add that other Beachbody coaches don't. So kind of just, be you, be your raw version of you, because that is going to connect with people. And I can't tell you of my coaches and from my high school, we all sell to different people. And it's weird, but we never really cross sell. And I really truly believe it's because the way we present ourselves, our message, just being ourselves relate to other people differently. So don't ever think there's too many coaches out there that you don't have something to offer, because you do. Think about your Facebook page. And again, I'm kind of just talking about our profile page right now, our Facebook profile page. Think of your profile page as being your storefront. So when people are coming to purchase from you as a Beachbody coach, this is your store. So when you go to your profile page, you want it to be the best representation of yourself. So I've talked about this before, but making your profile page a beautiful picture of yourself from the neck up, like your best picture, because you want people to relate to you by looking at your picture. It sounds funny, but when you're commenting on people's pictures, or you're commenting on their status updates, your little picture is showing up. So you want them to continue to remember, to see you. Clean up your account. So if you have old pictures that don't represent who you want to be, get rid of them. Delete any, if you have like old pictures from college, or or if you're tagged in pictures that just aren't a good representation of who you are, untag yourself and clean it up, or delete albums that, people don't need to see. I think I went through a couple months ago and I deleted all these pictures of me like dressed up for Halloween, which it wasn't a big deal, but like, that's not necessarily who I want. I don't want people scanning through my pictures and seeing these like Halloween costumes. If your picture needs an explanation, then you probably should delete it. So, if, it's a funny picture of, I don't know, you doing something really weird, but no one really gets it. I don't know, delete it. You just really want your Facebook to be a good representation of who you are. So look at your profile picture, look at your cover picture, your profile, your Facebook, like scan through your Facebook, and what are you telling people about yourself? And I say this all the time, would you want to follow you? Do you feel like if someone else was following you, they're going to benefit from it? So again, it's not always about sales. Like, you want people to benefit from being your friend on Facebook, from following you on Facebook. Are you sharing clean eating recipes? Are you giving them fitness advice? Are you giving them motivation? Are you cheering people on? Are you sharing tips? Like, it can be anything. Like, from being a mom, you can share a toddler meal that's super healthy. Or hold on one second. Oh, I'm gonna run it out there real quick. Thanks. Sorry, they were getting a little feisty out there. Anyway, let me get myself back up. Okay, so would people benefit from you? So what are you sharing that can help enhance their lives? So you want to think about that. Like, when people are on your page, are the things that you are telling them helping them? They help, like, and you got to think about your market. So for me, I always think like, oh, I'm a mom of a toddler, I'm pregnant, I have a husband that travels a lot. So all those things I try to portray on Facebook so people can hopefully relate to me. And be positive. That is a huge one. I always hate it when I look at my coaches' pages and they're like complaining and like, my husband's a jerk, or my best friend just did this, or, you know, life stinks. Like today sucks. Like, you know, like really, like, I know, like, I'm not trying to say be fake and like, you know, say your day's amazing if it's not. Like yesterday I posted on my Facebook page that my son was being like an awful toddler. Like he was just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and was just completely grumpy. But I tried to like spin it and make it funny, you know, where people are going to laugh or they're going to relate to me and be like, oh yeah, like I totally understand when toddlers are grumpy and there's nothing you can do to make them happy. You know, so like you can still be real without being a negative Nancy and bringing people down with you. So show up. This was the other part I was talking about. People are going to like you if you say hi to them. And what I mean, like hi on Facebook, that's when you're commenting on their pictures or talking to them, or, you know, if they say they had a bad day, you're writing on their status and be like, how come, what's going on? You know, just being a friend to them and saying hi to people every day. And this is kind of where you can make that prospecting list. Like when you have people you may want to be inviting to your challenge groups or people that you think might be good coaches, start showing up to them on Facebook first. So before you just kind of bombard them with a private message and be like, hey, you want to join my challenge group? Or hey, you want to be a coach? Like show up with them on Facebook for a while first. You know, give them a few months of, you know, really just being a friend to them. Because then when you are approaching them about like, hey, you know, I actually think coaching would be a really good thing for you, they're going to believe you because they've seen you show up and they feel like you know what's going on in their life. You didn't just come out of nowhere. That's another thing. So when you are on Facebook, be kind of focused in on that. It's so easy to just get lost scrolling through the newsfeed. And I am so guilty of this. Like I'll scan through the newsfeed and like something and scan, like, look at someone's picture. And I just wasted a half hour of my time and did not get anywhere. I didn't comment on anyone's picture. I wasn't becoming a friend with anyone. I wasn't talking to people about health and fitness. I just literally got lost in the news feed. So if you can, don't even let yourself scroll down until you've kind of crossed these things off your list or gone through your prospect list or gone to their pages and commented on them. So all these things are going to kind of brand yourself. And the other point I want to make is being a Beachbody coach is not about selling. You are not a salesperson. That's not your job. And I think we do get caught up in hitting Success Club and selling challenge packs and doing our challenge groups. But really, if that's your focus, you're going to fail because people are going to see that. And you got to imagine if you were on the other side and everything you saw someone post on Facebook was about selling and Beachbody and your challenge group and your website and where they could go to buy, like they're going to run away screaming. They're not going to pay attention to what you say. They're just going to feel like you're just selling to them. So you want to give without the expectation of giving back. Your goal is to help as many people as you can, whether they're going to buy from you or not, whether they're going to become a coach or not. How can you help them? How has Beachbody, what tools has Beachbody given you that you can share with people? And that could be anything from your personal development. If you're reading a really good book right now and it gives you a great quote that you can share with people, share it. Again, it's not about selling. If you're becoming friends with people on Facebook and branding yourself and people are getting to know you and you're getting to know them, and then you're sharing about something that's working for you, if your friend came up to you and was kept on telling you about how much they love Shakeology, you're going to ask them about it and maybe try it. And maybe that's how you guys got started right now. How did you get started with Beachbody? Was it because one of your friends was telling you about this great workout program they were doing and it made you want to try it? Or was it because one of your friends was telling you about Shakeology? Or was it because they had amazing results and they shared it on Facebook? So those are the things that are going to relate to other people too. So think about it. If you're building relationships and becoming a friend, and then you're sharing as a friend what's working for you, people are going to want to try it. And you're not even selling to them. You're just kind of sharing what's working for you. So some questions that I have that you can kind of use to think about what you should post on Facebook, especially when you're kind of trying to mix Beachbody in there, but still be genuine and raw. Talk about why you love your workout. Share maybe a picture of you working out with your kid on the ground playing cars or whatever, and you're working out right next to them. Talk about how awesome it is that you can work out at home and still play with your kid. Or, I've done it where my son Jace is sitting in his high chair eating, and I just knocked out my 25-minute workout because it was short enough that I could work out while my son was eating his Cheerios. Share the results you've gotten. If you've lost a lot of weight, share it in a you're not bragging, but share it and just be excited about the results you've gotten. What do you love about clean eating? What new recipes have you tried? What's a healthy drink idea? I saw another coach recently share a healthy cocktail. If you guys like cocktails or whatever, or water with fruit in it. Share why you want to help people. Share why Beachbody has changed your life. Share why being a Beachbody coach has been awesome for you. Share things that can make people's lives easier. It doesn't have to be about Beachbody. It could be tips. I've seen things on Pinterest all the time about tips to keep your house clean. On Monday you vacuum, on Tuesday you clean your bathroom, on Wednesday you do a load of laundry. Just look up stuff like that, or share things on Pinterest that you found, or share motivational posts. Again, these are all just kind of brainstorming ideas for different things that you can continue to share. Now, one thing I will say, when you're branding yourself, try to kind of come up with like a few things that you're going to really hit hard. So for me, it's my fitness. This is especially on my fitness page, my Beachbody or my like page. It's my fitness, clean recipes, and being a mom. Those are kind of the three things that I'm constantly posting about. Granted, I will throw in a challenge group post here every now and then, or a new coach post if I sign a coach. But for the main part, what people can expect when they come to my page is fitness, clean eating, and being a mom. So think about, what are the three things that you can share as a Beachbody coach and what make you you? And then try to use those three things. That'll just help it so your page is somewhat focused and you don't feel like you're just grabbing from all different directions. So when you're sharing all those things, those questions I just asked you, they're all going to give people a reason to buy from you when they're thinking about buying Beachbody. So they relate to you. They could always just go on the Beachbody website, but if they can relate to you and you have a story that's bringing people in, they're going to buy from you instead of going to the website. And I've had a ton of people message me and be like, hey, I was thinking about trying T25. I know you're a Beachbody coach. Would it help you if I bought it from you? I'm like, yes, it would. It would be amazing. And I obviously wouldn't know this person wanted to buy T25 at all. But the fact that I've been out there and open with the fact that I'm a Beachbody coach, they kind of come to me, which is nice. Couple other things you can share about is, like I said, what has Beachbody done for you? So what have you overcome? How has it changed your life? For me, it's being like, I can be a stay-at-home mom no matter what happens with baseball, which is huge for us because baseball could change tomorrow. That's my husband's job, for most of you guys that don't know. I've been able to pay our mortgage for the past almost year. That's huge for us, really huge for us. How has fitness changed your life? I like to share before and after pictures from when I was going to a gym 6 days a week to what I looked like after doing Beachbody. And I look a ton better working out at home than I was spending money going to a gym and, going in and using their machines. So share that. How has it changed your family? How has it changed your nutrition? How has it changed your confidence in yourself? Share all that. People want to know why they should jump on this Beachbody, bandwagon, whether it is the challenge pack or it is coaching. So you kind of have to share both sides of the story. And don't be afraid to, I've seen coaches put out there, like, I just paid my mortgage this month. Like, I'm blown away. And I'm sitting here on the, by the pool with my son, and I'm paying our mortgage. Like, don't be afraid to share stuff like that. I'm not saying all of you guys are at that point yet, but you will be. But don't be afraid to share even the little successes. Like, hey, I got a check for $100 this week. Like, awesome. And again, it's not bragging, but you need to be, sharing your story, and people need to know, why has Beachbody been, like, how has it been benefiting you? Why would other people be interested in it? And it takes time to build these relationships and get these things going. Like I always tell you, there's always a few months delay when you're doing these things. And sometimes it takes, commenting and becoming a friend with someone on Facebook, it takes a few months before maybe they would even come to you about being interested. And I can't tell you how many times people have come to me. Like, even now, I've been in the business a year and a half, and people will come to me and write me a message and say, hey, like, okay, I want to join a challenge group. Tell me about this. And, it's funny because they've been watching me for probably a year and a half talk about these groups, and now they're finally coming up. So, people are watching you. They're watching who you are. So again, just remember that. Remember, you're branding yourself with every single thing you're putting on Facebook. Think about how it's telling your story. Make sure you you put some thought behind it, that they're not just random posts, that you're really putting thought behind, like, what is this telling about your life? How is this shaping you? How is this branding you on Facebook? It's like you're it's a Kelly Jimenez newspaper. So people go on Facebook and they look through my Kelly Jimenez newspaper and see what's going on in the day. And you want it to really tell your story. So just be inspiring, be funny, be real, just be you. And don't be afraid if you're not, don't feel like you have to be anything different than just being you. Just be you. Okay, the other thing I want to touch on real quick is a fitness page. So I've had a lot of people, most of the time when they're brand new coaches, like, hey, okay, I want to jump out the gates. I want to start my fitness page. What do I need to do? So the first thing I always say, so for those of you that don't know, on Facebook, there is a profile page, which is just your normal Facebook. And then there are these like pages, which are basically business pages, where you can promote a business or a lifestyle. It could be a clean eating page. It could be anything. So a lot of Beachbody coaches have these fitness pages. So like I have one, it's Kelly Jimenez Fitness. I started mine the day I became a coach. So there really isn't a right or wrong way to do this. But the first thing I want you to know is you do not need one. You absolutely do not need a fitness page to be a successful coach. Everything that you do on your personal page can completely benefit you and is basically the same thing that you would be doing on a fitness page. So I just want to get that out there. Sometimes it's better to, for the first couple months, just grow your fitness following on your regular personal page, because that's where all your friends are. That's where all your friends are seeing your posts already. So you know that they're going to see it. On your fitness page, and I know we've talked about this in other calls, but on your fitness page, when you first start it, even if, say, you have 100 people liking your page, if they aren't coming back and liking it or commenting on your pictures or staying engaged in your posts, they're not going to see it, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you constantly have to be getting people re-engaged or getting more likes on your page to continue to get the return from it. Whereas on your Facebook page, if you're commenting on other people's pictures or liking their status updates, that automatically makes them show up in your newsfeed. We've talked about this all the time. But on your like page or your fitness page, you have absolutely no control over what people see. So your fitness page can be very helpful, but sometimes it could just be crickets and it could be falling on deaf ears. So sometimes people start that fitness page and they're not really building that following or getting people engaged, and then no one's seeing it. And then you get frustrated because no one's signing up for your challenge group that you posted on your fitness page. Well, it's probably because people aren't seeing it. And also with a fitness page, you can brand yourself, but you can't friend people, so you can't be commenting on their status updates or commenting on their pictures. You're really just building a brand and hoping people come and check it out. So whereas you're on your profile page, you really can interact with people and get to know people. So again, I have a fitness page and I love it, but I've paid for it. So that's the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, is to keep my fitness page growing and keep people seeing it. I buy ads daily. I'm paying $5 a day to grow my likes on Facebook. And that sounds like a lot, but if I sell 1 or 2 challenge packs from that, it's paid for it. So, and I normally do, and I get, new customers that I've never met before that see things on my page and buy it. So it's helpful and it works. But you have to put your money out there. You have to pay for those ads, or even pay to boost a post. So if you post, a before and after picture of yourself, Facebook will let you pay, $5 to boost that post so more people see it. So that's really the way to get your fitness page seen more and really make it benefit you. And again, going back to your profile page, would you rather pay for a fitness page and do it that way, or you can just kind of focus on working your profile page initially? Now, I will tell you that you are going to run out of your warm market. So you're going to run out of your friends or your family or people that would buy from you just because they know you. That's going to happen probably in the first, I would say, 3 months or so. You're going to kind of run out of those people. And that's why you have to keep reaching out and growing your network and adding friends on Facebook and getting to know more people. That's where a fitness page can really help you, because if you are paying for more likes, then you're going to get likes on your page of people that you don't even know. And then you can sell to people that you don't know. And, I have coaches now on my team that were people I initially didn't know that just joined my challenge group and, now became a coach. So while I think a fitness page is amazing and it's really worked for me in my business, it's not, gosh, sorry, my Facebook just opened up on here. It's not necessary and you don't have to do it. So, but, again, I started mine day one. I was a Beachbody coach, and 2 months in, I started running ads because I realized that was what I needed to do. And it's completely benefited me, and I love it. You just have to remember that your fitness page is not the same as your Facebook page, and people aren't going to be seeing it unless they are engaged, commenting on things, liking your pictures, or you're adding new people all the time. So anyway, I hope that helped. That was kind of all the things I wanted to go over. I'm going to open it up for questions. And let me know if you can just go ahead and unmute and ask anything that you guys are thinking. Anything? Who has a fitness page that's on here? Do any of you guys have one yet? No.
I'm going to start one.
You are?
I think so, yeah.
Nice. Have you thought about running ads or boosting your post?
Not yet. Maybe eventually, I guess.
Yeah. I think, initially I invited all of my friends to like it. And then I would repost on Facebook every couple of weeks, like, hey, don't know if you saw, I just posted this healthy recipe on my fitness page. You should like it. Like I would constantly try to remind people to like jump over and like my page. So when you first start it on your profile page, you can definitely, kind of post about it every now and then, be like, hey, don't know if you saw. Oh, one thing I didn't say about your fitness page, it's huge. Completely forgot. So again, talking about branding yourself, you want your fitness page to be your name. So don't be like Barbie Doll Fitness. Be Kelly Jimenez Fitness. It's you. It's about you. You want people to know who you are. And don't try not to put like Beachbody Coach on there. I don't think I have anything on my fitness page that screams Beachbody. So brand yourself outside of Beachbody. Do you guys feel like you guys have started branding yourself or thinking about that when you guys are posting on your profile page yet? A little bit. Cicely, I always see pictures of you I always get confused because sometimes it's on our challenge group post or it's like regular fit, but I love it when you post pictures of your little one after your workouts. Yeah. It's really cute.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. That stuff, people relate to that. Like I said, like other moms are totally going to relate to that.
I have a question, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for, I sometimes I find myself I'm trying to network and comment on people's stuff. Sometimes I find myself just on Facebook all day long. I don't want to miss people, interacting with people, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta put this down.
Yes. So I think one of the best things you can do is set business hours, because you're going to drive yourself crazy if you try to do that. And I mean, you could ask my husband. When I first became a coach, I was glued to my phone. Like someone would message me about my challenge group and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I would be writing them back immediately, because I felt like if I didn't talk to them that second, they weren't going to sign up. And I'm sure I scared so many people away because I was literally attached to my phone. They would write me a question and 30 seconds later, I would be writing them back. And I just realized that my goal for being a Beachbody coach was to stay home with my kid, or, my kids. And if I was going to be attached to my phone all the time, what was the point of that? Why am I going to stay at home? I might as well go work a job, because I'm not connected with him anyway when I'm on my phone all the time. So I'm getting better, and I'm not perfect, but I really try to set business hours. So I work in the morning before he wakes up, or I'll throw on some cartoons if he wakes up early, so I can just post to my groups. That's the time when I post in my challenge groups, or post in the hard hitters group or whatever. So that's what I do in the morning. And then when he naps, I normally spend another hour to an hour and a half checking in with people, messaging people back, figuring out my post for that night. Sometimes I'll schedule it so I don't have to get back online and post in the evening. But really, if you can, just block out maybe a little bit of time in the morning, and then an hour in the middle of the day, whatever works for your schedule, and stick to it, because you're going to drive yourself insane. And I just know that from experience. You're going to be attached to that Facebook, and it's going to become a job. It's going to become not fun. You're going to get on Facebook and be miserable. So you want to get on, and you want to still be excited to talk to people and see people's posts. And so that would be my advice to you. And just know, if you don't write people back immediately, or if you miss someone's status update in the middle of the day and you weren't able to respond to it, it's not going to make or break your business.
Yeah. All right, good.
But it's hard. I totally know. It's really hard, because Facebook's available to us all the time. I'll be sitting at a stoplight checking Facebook. I'm like, really? Really? I do not need to be looking at Facebook right now. So it's hard. Anything else, or any other questions? You guys good? And always feel free to private message me or ask a question on the Hard Hitters page after the fact if you think of something. So I'm always here to help. And thank you guys so much for jumping on. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are all having a really good week, and have a good rest of the month. There's only like a week left. So if you guys are close to hitting SC, Success Club, make sure you guys are pushing. But anyway, thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you all soon.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.